And so we can have a practice. And this practice, my invitation to you as we find your feet and find yourself is to call in your intention, call in what's alive for you, call in your why, call in what's opening up. And as we're going to move through all these different elements, and let's just explore and see what happens. I'm going to turn on a little music. Brilliant. I invite you to find your feet and gently move your body in a way that feels good to you, opening it up before we start our practice. We've been sitting for a little while. As you breathe in and out, remember we're shifting our awareness. So we were sitting and talking to each other, and now we're standing in your own space. Bring your awareness into your space, into your breath as you breathe in gratitude. And you exhale non-attachment. And making your fingers long, your arms long. Sift and sort through the energy around you, helping you arrive here. And now bring yourself more into yourself by bringing your feet together, bringing your hands down, drawing your breath inside your body. Standing up tall and then humbly bowing, exhaling. Remember all the things you let go of earlier? I bet there's another few things you can set down here. Let them set down for now. In the spirit of non-attachment. Humbly bowing forward, emptying our cup. And when you feel ready, feel your 2 feet, your left and your right, on the floor. Pressing your feet on the floor as you slowly rise up, taking as many breaths as you need to uncurl your spine, one vertebra at a time. Rising all the way up to the top of your head, and then rolling your shoulders back and stepping out, taking up space. Let's go ahead and activate our energy. Remember, we're alchemists. Alchemy needs a couple things. It needs a container, which we are creating. It needs ingredients, which are the things we're setting down. And it can be beautiful ingredients too, of all the reflections and mirrors, all the things that were unsaid. And it needs fire and it needs heat. So we have our fire flame, and we're going to create heat in our body, and we're going to connect with the elements. So remember, your intention is to focus on your intention. And we turn to the east, and from a Western perspective, you turn to the east and you take a nice deep breath and invite the element of air. This is the beginning, your first breath, the breath of life from the very beginning. This is inspiration, it's lightness, it's a higher perspective. Thank you, breath, for breathing breath of life into your intention. Like a newborn taking its first breath. And as it takes its first breath, it arrives here even more. Your intention starts to become more manifest, more clear. You can see it. The vision, your vision is becoming clear. You're becoming inspired by your vision with each breath. And breathing in gratitude and exhaling non-attachment. Now let's turn to the south, and if you can see your fire, or just know that there's a fire in the south, what are you lighting up? What is the why? What turns you on? What's motivating you about this intention? What are some of the things that need to get burned away and purified so that there's enough space for you to show up in your power and your radiance? As you look to the fire, what feels like it's warm and it's hot? It's passionate. Shaking your body a little bit more, warming your body up. Thinking of your intention, becoming passionate and alive about what you're creating, about your life, about your manifestation, about your relationships, about your contribution, about how you're bringing your contribution into the world. And now turn to the west, change your body just a little bit more. Now we're interacting with water. This is deep. This could be light, it could be misty, it could be river, it could be a stream, it could be a deep lake, it could be an ocean. Connect to the water in your body, taste the water in your mouth, the water in your breast, the water in your womb, in your yoni, in your blood, in your tears, in your sweat. Letting these emotions flow through you. What is deeply nourishing and fluid? How can you tap into the flow? What emotions want to pour and move you? What moves you to tears? These tears are sometimes of grief and sadness, and sometimes they're tears of joy. What about your intention moves you to tears? That's so beautiful. What is in your intention that's worth sweating for? Or worth the sacrifice of the bleeding for? When you tap into your womb, what's in your womb and that blood in your womb as you surrender it to the earth, where is that? How does that relate to your intention? All right, turning to the north, changing a little bit, kind of bounce up and down on your toes, so you're banging your heels on the ground a little bit, connecting with your bones. Now you're connecting to your field of wealth, to structure, to earth, to rocks, to trees, to money, to gold, to minerals, to crystals, to a daily habit and a pattern and a routine. How can you set up your life in a way that you feel contained and yet have complete freedom? And you have enough money and wealth and resources so that you feel stable and that you can then be generous and give. Okay, turning to the center, let's open up our spine. Your feet are on the ground. This energy is coming from the earth, up through your legs, up through your hips, and radiating out of your arms. So what's coming up from the earth, up through your body, and then just radiating out into the world. And as you do this, gently turn and look to one side, look further behind you, and pound your kidneys and pound your lungs. And in alchemy, we have to have enough space for our thing to grow. So when you breathe in through your nose and exhale through your mouth with a sigh, with a and now start to let this gradually slow down. What in your life is no longer needing your attention anymore? What can you shift and stop paying attention to and let it sort itself out? Who in your life can sort themselves out? What do you not have to do anymore? And it will settle on its own. It will be perfectly fine. And you will come to a place of stillness and you will find your center. So let that movement slow way down, gradually, on its own. Coming to stillness. Sensing and feeling How am I? Just these few Qigong movements and just this brief connection with elements, how much more clear and real your intention feels. Go ahead and pound your chest. We're going to activate a little bit more. Just briefly, your chest, and then tap down the insides of your arms and up the outsides of your arms. We're going to do that 3 times. Activating the chi channels. Your body is energy. You are an energy worker. You are connecting to the energy in your body. Let's go down the other arm. And you become more aware of the subtle energies. Then you become more skilled at recognizing subtle energies in other areas of your life. Back to your chest, down to your belly, down to your kidneys, down to your glutes, down your legs, outsides of your legs, up the insides of your thighs, across your pubic bone, back to your kidneys, back down your legs, the backs of your legs, sides of your legs, up the inside, all the way back up to your kidneys. One more time, this is the last time. Slowing that down. Whew. Wow. Sensing and feeling your body becoming active, simultaneously awakened and more calm, energized and more peaceful. Let's go ahead and stretch out. Now that we've warmed up, we're going to spread our wings, spread your feathers, pressing your hands as if they're sliding across the floor. Your neck is tall and push back, that double chin. You don't want anybody to see, kind of create that double chin. Your knees are softly bent, your hands are stretched out, and your hands are engaged, your fingers are engaged. Taking a nice deep breath. And then as you exhale, let your ear fall to one shoulder and finish that exhale and roll your ear across the shoulder. Go from down your chin to your chest and then roll up, staying on that same side. Inhaling as you go back, exhaling as you go forward. Opening up these lines of tension, connecting deeply with your body, listening to her. On this next exhale, slowly exhale all the way down, chin to your chest, and roll across to the other side. Inhaling, staying on that same side, rolling your ear across your shoulder, opening up the chi channels. Slowly breathing in and out, activating the pathways. Exhaling, bring your chin to your chest, and on your inhale, gradually raise your head and soften your arms, and sense and feel. Sense and feel what's opening up for you, how spacious you are. Now let's connect to the flow of life. Let's connect. It's effortless, right? We say it's effortless. We have to intentionally get here. So there is a little effort. It's an active process. So when we inhale, your pelvis tilts back, your hands rise up as if your hands are a wave. At the top of the wave, there's a gentle pause. And as you exhale, your hands float down as your pelvis moves forward. So slowly with your breath, explore it. At first, you have to, it's like you're swimming out, you got to catch the wave. Inhaling, filling up with oxygen, your hands float up. The energy flows up your spine. And then exhale, floats down. At your own rate and rhythm. So it starts to become organic, natural movement. It starts to do it on its own. Let your thoughts settle into your breath, into your spine, into your hands. Letting your hands gently float down and feel as if your hands are holding a ball down in front of your dantian. This whole space is round. Our English language says you're holding a ball. Imagine there's a ball here that's holding you. Soften into this stance, ground down. You're round and open and stable. Bringing to your awareness, your intention, what's in season for you. Exploring these 5 elements from a Qigong perspective. We're going to connect with the first element, which is metal. In Qigong, they don't practice air as an element because it's formless. And these elements are Qi in form. So the first element is metal, and it has to do with your lungs, and the color is white. This movement is called Buddha holds up the earth. It's a very simple movement. It just takes a moment to practice. So as you inhale, you bring your palms up. Maybe for a moment, your palms are facing your chest, and then as you continue to inhale, at the peak of your inhale, your palms are facing the ceiling, and you're looking up, and your back is arched back. I'm giving instructions, so I don't expect you to breathe this long. But then when you're ready to exhale, when you exhale and slowly lower your arms and rotate your palms so when they're halfway down, your palms are facing your chest, and at the base of your exhale, your palms are facing up. Okay, so let's do this more fluidly. Inhale. See how you're opening the front of your chest. Exhale. You're looking down at your palms. Inhale. Your eyes are looking up, your chest is open. Exhale. Non-attachment. Releasing what's in your lungs. Inhale. What's rising up for you? What are you opening up to? Exhale. What's releasing? Your lungs hold sadness and hold grief. Is there any grief from the past that you're releasing? So you can step into this new intention. Inhale. At your own rate and rhythm, exploring the movement of your ribs, of your breath. Buddha holds the earth. What do you feel like you're lifting and holding and trying to carry to the top? Do you feel like you're lifting and holding it and trying to carry it to the top? Do you feel like you're trying to pull it down from the heavens and bring it into manifest form? Or can you connect with it and let it carry you to the top? Let it settle you into the earth. Shift from efforting to receiving the movement. One more time, all the way through. Letting your hands settle, taking a nice centering breath, holding your stance, shifting from metal into water. Water contains minerals, because the minerals are in the water. So to shift into water, you gently bow forward. Let your hands sweep out in front of you. The backs of your hands meet or close to each other. And then as you tuck your pelvis forward and rise up, you draw this water up through the soles of your feet, up through the middle of your legs, up through the chest, and then at your collarbones you open and pour outward. This is called the fountain. It starts to become very fluid. Inhale, drawing the water up and out. What's bubbling up through the soles of your feet? What's bubbling up through your soul that wants to come up through your heart and pour out? Humbly bow, receive this fluid water nature. Water connects with your kidneys. The color is blue. Water connects with your emotions. Every organ holds emotions. Emotions that we tend to enjoy and some that we don't. And one that we don't, that's held in the kidneys, is fear. So what are you afraid of when you face this intention, bringing this into fruition? Is any of that grounded in reality? Is any of it really dangerous? Or is that the history, is that the baggage of our past, of our mothers? Exploring this water element. How does this water element nourish your intention and your heart's desires? One more time, all the way through. Letting your hands float down, coming back to your stance, coming to your posture where you're grounded and open and stable. We're going to transition now to wood. There's minerals in the water, and then the water feeds the wood. From a well-watered forest, the plants grow. This has a little bit more structure to it. So holding your stance, taking a nice deep breath, and then exhale. And once your exhale is calmed and settled and there's no movement, then you shift. You shift to one side. When you're ready to inhale, you inhale and you draw this water up through your roots, through your trunk, up through the whole side of your body, up to your head. And now return back to center. And then release. Open. This is a full exhale. Down to your stance. Let that complete. Then turn. And then inhale. Draw the energy up. Draw the water up through your liver channels, through your wood. Return to center. Open. Your breath is still when you turn. Now you inhale. Inhale up through your core, up through your trunk, up through your branches, and then turn to your canopy and grow out, holding your structure. Turning. Inhale. Draw this water up. Your wood is related to your liver meridian. Your liver is a green color, and your liver holds an emotion, many emotions, and one of them that we're uncomfortable with is anger and rage. When it's out of balance, it becomes rage. And so what is it that you could be angry with about other people or about yourself or about your circumstances? That anger and that rage is somewhat fueling you to go toward your dream. But in what way is this anger and rage misguided and out of proportion and is needing to come into harmony so that you can grow into fruition? Turn to the side, inhale this water up through your trunk, bringing harmony, feeding your tree, feeding your canopy so you can grow. One more time, shifting, inhale, watering your tree, watering your intention, watering what's growing. And open with your exhale, bringing your hands back to your origin, to your stance. There's minerals in the water. There's water that grows trees, and then trees create sticks and branches and turn into firewood. Trees feed fire. Wood feeds fire. So bringing your hands up to your heart, you have that same ball. Your hands are just simply up. Go ahead, this is your heart fire. This movement is called cloud hands. I make my stance a little wider. Go ahead and let your right hand settle, keeping your left hand up. And then turn from your waist toward the left. Now switch hands. Let the bottom hand come up and the top hand come down. Now shift your weight and then turn your waist. Switch hands. Shift your weight. Turn your waist. There's no breathing pattern, just breathe naturally and softly. Switch your hands. Shift your weight. Turn your waist. At first this is awkward and mechanical, and then it becomes fluid. Switching your hands, shifting your weight, turning your waist. Your hands are soft. This is the element of fire, not because it's so passionate and big, it's because it's related to your heart meridian, which is in front of your chest. The color is red. The emotion that we love is joy. The one not so much can be apathy, hatred, disgust, repulsion. Is there any area that lights you up that you have so much joy? Think of your intention, filling it with joy, engaging your heart. Yeah. And now, is there any area of your life that you're apathetic toward? Is there a way that has been misplaced or or is there a way that can be gently purified in the fire? Two more times. Last one. Now bringing your hands back to your origin. I like to bring my feet just back a little bit, shoulder width still. Now we're connecting with the earth element. This is the earth element. It's related to your spleen. It's your earth because it's the center of your body. It's down in your pelvis, down in the center of your core. This is called the pebble in the pond. And so you have your awareness in the center of your body. You are the pebble. And as your hands move forward, you're exhaling as your hands move forward. And then as you inhale, you're drawing the energy back to your center. As you exhale, you're a pebble in the pond. As you exhale, your actions, your thoughts are making ripples and making waves. And then as you inhale, you receive the result of those waves, of that karma. When you're in your center and you make ripples in the water, these ripples are grounded in love, patience, abundance, success, compassion. When you're not grounded in your center, what are the ripples that you're making? Breathing in to your center. The spleen, the earth element, helps you assimilate and digest, just like you eat food and then you digest your food and then you go to the bathroom and release. It's the same thing with thoughts. It's the same thing with emotions and interactions with people. You have an experience, you assimilate them, you digest it, and then you release it. So as you exhale, you're releasing with non-attachment. As you inhale, you're breathing in gratitude. Being centered the entire time. This is the color of yellow, our gold, golden elixir in your dantian, the great manna of life. Seeing your intention, being very practical, very grounded. And as you put it out into the world, as you put your contributions, your words, your communication, your love, your art, your relationships, your trust, putting it out into the world, grounded in your center, and receiving it right back so you can mirror and amplify. Last one. Earth energy, grounded in your center, contributing, making waves, receiving the result. Taking a nice deep breath, let's pull down the heavens. This is a nice closing movement, reaching up. And then as you close, as you exhale, as you let your arms float down, let your shoulders drop, and then so slowly letting your elbows drop, and then letting yourself, you know what, we're gonna actually do that, letting this close down. And I'm just going to pivot. Let's do another breath or two like this so that you feel complete. I want us to feel complete, and I want us to really remember, shift your awareness back to your center, back onto your intention. Hold it with your mind, hold it with your heart, hold it in love, and drop it down into your belly. Drop it down into your pearl. If you haven't done the pearl meditation yet, some of you haven't, it's in your learning portal. Drop it down into your pearl. One more time, reaching up. Keeping your awareness on your intention, connected to all the elements. Connection to your deep and generous love. Drawing it down to your pearl, even if you don't exactly know what it is, it does not matter. You trust that it's there and draw it in and put it there. And then take a nice deep breath out here. And bring your feet together, bring your hands together, and seal it into your dantian, into your belly. Sealing it in. So the last piece of manifestation is sharing it, being in love with it and sharing it. And so this is where I'm pivoting. I was going to do this at the end, but instead, since we're standing, let's listen to this song and dance and share your intention and creativity and love. And we'll, at the end of this song, we will we'll debrief and stitch up. So now you've connected to all the elements.